Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to scrape 1,000 verified business leads using a tool called Apify. If you're new here, my name's Jake and I build real-world automation systems for both outreach and follow-up. If you'd like to get a full outreach system with instructions, step-by-step, all that stuff, software templates, click the link below for my free Skool community. It's free right now. It's not going to be free forever. But first off, let's get you some leads. So first thing we need to do is we need to go over to, excuse me, let me just close that. First thing we need to do is we need to go to apify.com. I have done several videos about Apify, but you can sign up for a free account and you get $5 credits. So go ahead and sign up for that. There's a link below. So once you're signed up, you'll come to your console page for Apify. I've already ran this in previously, so I'm going to pull that scraper up, but this is the scraper right here. You can go on the Apify store, look for many different B2B lead scraping, but this is the one right here. It's called Leads Finder, $1.50 for 1,000 leads. I think it's slightly higher than $1.50 if you start adding the filters, which we're going to do. Cool thing about my Skool community is I've got a few different, oops, excuse me, I shouldn't have turned that. I've got some lead scraping filters that I use for different industries. So let's go ahead and use this marketing one right here. I believe I've already got it filled out. So you want to do for job title, you want to do people that are in power kind of thing, decision makers. So founder, owner, director, CEO. If you join below, the link below, you'll get access to all this here. This has got head of marketing too. I'm not going to bother with that. Location. So in this case, I've just done United States and Canada. You can add Australia, United Kingdom. Typically, we do English-speaking countries just because they speak English, and United States, Canada typically, and UK, Australia, they have the most money, most paying customers that see the value in this. Obviously, other countries do too, but I don't have any non-English campaigns. What else we do in here? Founder, location, and then some keywords. So depending on what kind of industry you're trying to target, that is totally up to you. But for this, we'll just do marketing agency. It may already be filled out here. Keywords, yep, marketing agency, and then industry. Select your industry. There's a bunch of different industries you can choose. You got health and wellness, real estate, construction, information technology, but we're just going to do marketing. Okay. Revenue, you can select revenue. There was one other thing that I didn't show, company size. So here I've done 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 50, 51 to 100. Obviously, when you go into these larger companies, it's a lot more difficult to get a decision maker that can just say yes and go ahead. There's a lot of red tape with these bigger companies, but depending on your business, you may want to change this filter. But that looks good to me. I think the filters adjust the cost. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. Okay, and as you can see here, I've got 1,000 leads. It cost me $2.02, so slightly higher than $1.50, but that is because of all the filters I've used. You simply just go in here, you get the CSV. You can, if you don't want all this information, you just want emails and city and stuff, let's just grab everything for now. Download that CSV, go into Excel. I also have an automation that does this automatically, so you don't have to, again, in my community. But as you can see, I've already imported the file. I'm going to blur this out just so you can't see people's information. But here you go. You got 1,000 leads, a lot of information. You got the websites. You want to do a bit of personalized outreach. You got LinkedIn profiles, names, email addresses, phone numbers, their title, and a lot more information. But building the lead list is actually the simplest part of this. It's how you convert that list with your lead outreach system. And that's something that I teach in my community below. Okay, so now you've got 1,000 leads, but where most people go wrong is scraping is actually the easiest part. You can keep scraping 1,000 lead after 1,000 lead. You get tens of thousands of leads, but converting the list is where you're going to need an actual outreach system. And you can find instructions below on how to create one of these. There is a technical setup. I also offer doing this for you, but you can do it at your own pace below. Just click the link below, go through the steps. There's a bunch of different resources and videos. I just wanted to show this one video just to show how simple it is to scrape 1,000 leads, and there's not really that much knowledge needed behind it. Just buy a scraping tool like Apify, pay monthly, scrape thousands of leads every month. The hardest part is landing in their inbox and then obviously turning those leads into sales and booked calls, which is more of a challenge and something that I talk about in the link below. So there you have it. Now you've got 1,000 leads. You can go ahead and put them to work. If this helped you in any way, please subscribe and like this video, or share it with your friends. It's really appreciated. And I'll see you in the next video. I share videos like this every week. Okay, thank you and bye-bye.